Just wanted to inform you, this is Dr. Chris Lord. I just wanted to inform you that we are in the breaking of the third and fourth seal right now of Revelation chapter 6. The third seal has to do with Penina, the penny. Just recently, the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, has decided to retire, to no longer make the penny, because it costs. They basically say it costs too much for them to produce the penny, because the penny is worth 3 cents to produce. So they are treating the penny as worthless, which means that they are considering a day's wage, right, to be worthless, because the penny makes up the day's wage. So what's going to happen now as a result of this third seal being opened is you're going to have two choices basically for bread. Either you're going to get the more expensive, highly valuable bread to live on. That's your wheat. But you're only going to get 1/4 of that. So you're going to be limited in the amount of wheat that you could get per day wage. And besides that, you could also get 3 quarts of barley, which is you get more of the unhealthy variety. The barley is the unhealthy variety. But you get more of it, and it's filling. It's more filling, so you could fill a family on that. And, however, you will not have to get a limit to oil and wine, which means that the alcohol industry will not be hindered in any way. The alcohol and the wine will continue to flow. So will the oil. The oil will continue to flow, so people will be able to gas their cars and to go places. Whether they go to work, they'll be able to go to work or go on trips out of the country or within the country, for excursions. But the only problem is that their food. I mean, there's a lot of problems. I'm just saying in this situation, the problem is that their food is going to be restricted. They're not going to be able to eat what they want to eat. And it has to do with your relationship to a day's wage. Do you value the penny in your day's wage, or do you devalue the penny in your day's wage? If you devalue the penny, your day's wage is going to be worth less. So you're going to probably buy 3 quarts of barley with your day's wage. But if you value the penny and all that it's worth, that it takes 3 cents to make a penny, then what you'll do is you will value your day's wage, and you will buy the more expensive, the better variety of bread to live on. So you'll live on the better, more higher quality variety of bread. Okay? As far as the fourth seal, that's been opened as well. I believe they kind of came one after the other very quickly. This has to do with the World Health Organization. Now, just recently, Trump, and I'll explain the first 2 seals as well, but the fourth seal is where Trump issued an executive order. Now, Trump is the Antichrist, so he's from the first seal. So I'll explain that in a second. But the fourth seal, where Trump basically says to the World Health Organization that the CDC can no longer be associated with the World Health Organization. So now, this is the colorless horse, the sickly pale horse. And its rider is death, and hell was close on its heels. And they were given power to destroy 1/4 of the earth by war, famine, disease, and wild beasts. So as a result of this one single move of separating the CDC and the WHO, the World Health Organization, it's going to bring about the death of 1/4 of the earth due to war, famine, disease, and wild beasts. And wild beasts are the viruses, the viral infections like the COVID-19. So you better believe there's going to be more viruses coming out, more contagious viruses. HIV, a contagious virus, and there's going to be more coming. So you want to start to put the word of God over your food. You want to start to put the word of God over your body. Okay? You're going to have to do that. because the third and fourth seal have been opened. Let's look at the first seal. It says here, so that we're reading Revelation chapter 6, verse 1 is the Message Bible. I watched while the Lamb ripped off the first of the 7 seals. I heard one of the animals roar, "Come out." I looked. I saw a white horse. His rider carried a bow and was given a victory garland. He rode off victorious, conquering right and left. So what do we mean by right and left? In America, we have 2 systems of political thought. The right system of political thought and the left system of political thought, which is the Democrat system of political thought. The right system of political thought is the red side. The left system of political thought is the blue side, or the blue pill. Okay? So if red is right, then blue is wrong, right? Theoretically speaking, but not necessarily. The reason why it's wrong is wrong for you in the beginning. In the beginning, everyone should start out Republican. You haven't begun life until you began as a Republican. At some point, you have to be concerned about your independence. You have to be concerned about you yourself, the sole person. So it's not that you can't be Democrat, but you must first be a Republican. And then switch over to the Democrat side if you want. You could always do that. But you should always start out as a Republican. Everyone should. Everyone should take the red pill first, then take the blue pill. The blue pill is that collective thought. You don't want to start off with collective thought, because what if the collective thought is wrong? So you need an individual more of a self-preservation thought first. So always have a self-preservation thought. Go up Maslow's hierarchy of needs first, right? Which is more of a Republican way of thinking. Go down Maslow's hierarchy of needs first. Past that. Fulfill all your needs. Then switch over to your wants. But you got to fulfill your needs first. Maslow's hierarchy of needs must be fulfilled first. Must be satisfied first. Before you can satisfy collective bargaining and collective thought and that kind of thing. Okay? So this was Trump and Obama. Trump and Obama are the Antichrist. The Antichrist happens to be Saddam Hussein. Saddam Hussein is in charge of the United States of America right now, using a technology called quantum leaping. It's a technology that can be used even by the devil. So the devil conquered the left first using Barack Obama. That's the Democrats. And then the devil conquered the right using Trump. Okay? Verse 3. When the Lamb ripped off the second seal, I heard the second animal cry, "Come out." Another horse appeared, this one red, right? So this time the horse is red. The first horse we saw was white. Why is that first horse white? Because it's trying to say that both Obama and Trump are innocent. And isn't it true? During the Obama White House, there were no quote-unquote scandals. And during the Trump White House, even though there were tons of scandals, none of them could stick to him. So it's like he's a white horse. He's white in that he's being told you're immune from prosecution. Okay? For whatever reason. Whether it's because of your seemingly good works, as in Obama, or it's because of your seemingly good results, as in Trump. His works or ends, right? With Trump, the ends justify the means. With Obama, the means justify the ends. Right? So they're 2 peas in a pod, but in reverse. When the Lamb ripped off the second seal, I heard the second animal's cry, "Come out." Another horse appeared, this one red. His rider was off to what? Take peace from the earth. Who is this red rider? It's the MAGA. It's the supporters of Trump. His rider was off to what? Take peace from the earth. Setting people at each other's throats. Killing one another. He was given a huge sword. So this is where the MAGA people come. Oh, man. All their posts are so ridiculous. There's always some posts about how Trump is so wonderful and how the world is so depraved. And this is what the MAGA, the red horse, does. These people riding, these riders of the red horse are supporters of Trump who take peace from the earth. What do we mean by peace? Right? Peace and quiet. They talk too much. These people who talk too much, they always got an opinion about something concerning Trump and concerning uh, Trump. So basically, these people always have something to say about Trump. And as a result, they set people at each other's throats and causing people to kill each other. So this is dangerous, what these MAGA people are doing. Because it is actually causing people to kill each other, what they're doing. We've already seen it happen. And it's not gonna decrease, right? The reasons for these murders have to do with the MAGA. Okay? And so now we've talked about the third seal, which has to do with the penny being devalued in America. America no longer believes that a penny is worth 3 cents. That's not good, because the penny is the seed that makes up the U.S. economy. So if you no longer manufacture seeds and you no longer inject the seeds into the American economy, then the American economy can no longer produce fruit or any substantial gains in fruit, right? We still have the pennies we already have, but we're not injecting new pennies into the economy. But so you have to realize that the penny is valuable. The value that you apply to the penny is the value you apply to a day's wage. And so if you put a high value on a penny, then your day's wage is going to be very, very lucrative for you. The money you get, you're going to see it as valuable. And you're going to cherish that money, and you're going to spend it wisely. And you're going to spend it in a way that is glorifying God and magnifies God and makes God seen, not seen, but show off God's glory and her goodness. Okay? So that's why you want to value the penny. You want to overvalue the penny. Is if you overvalue the penny, then you overvalue your day's wage. If you overvalue your day's wage, then what it means is you're giving your day's wage more higher worth. And if your day's wage is worth more, now you're worth more because you did it. You were the one who, well, it was Jesus who did it through you, right? So it just shows how successful Jesus is being in your life, and it shows you basically value Jesus's contribution, Jesus' help in your life, Jesus's work in your life. You value Jesus' work in your life when you quote unquote overvalue. I'm saying quote unquote overvalue the penny, but the penny is valuable, right? The penny is not just worth its face value; it's worth more than its face value because of what it does. It grows our economy. So what we're going to find is our economy will not grow. The world economy will not grow as a result of no longer, valuing a penny. You have to value a penny over its face value so that you can then get a better benefit out of your day's wage. Okay? And then as far as the fourth seal with regards to the World Health Organization, we've already seen some of the problems that arise when you have these mad scientists in the lab messing around with these beasties, with these viruses and other weapons of war, bioterrorism and things like that. And so enough madmen can come together and decide that they're going to solve the world's problems by blowing the world up. And that's what we see in some of these movies we see. Like Marvel movies is where the bad guy is some person who seemingly wants to bring about a good result using a bad or evil way of, a negative way of doing things. And that's what the Antichrist is trying to do. The Antichrist is trying to bring about something good called unity by utilizing bad techniques. Okay? So I hope that helps you to reorient yourself to understand where we are right now. The Antichrist is in America. The Antichrist is Trump. And the easiest way to defeat the Antichrist is to just not talk about the Antichrist. Do not turn on the news. Do not pay attention to anything the Antichrist is doing. Do not Leave. Do not put the Antichrist on your lips. Do not worship the Antichrist using your lips. Come on. Do not mention the Antichrist using your lips. Don't do it. Because now you're making the Antichrist your life. And if you make the Antichrist your life, hell is your portion. Eternal hell.